I think you are aware that Lake Chad had 3 big ponds in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Today, we have only one, and that one belongs to Chad Republic. So which means all Nigerians, they move towards the water and they have gone. What are you going to do to restore our own 2 ponds so that irrigation will come back to that 186 kilometers down to Maiduguri? Thank you.
Sorry, Senator, the last question, I didn't get it well.
Senator Falahonsi, he said you should use your campaign voice so that they will hear you. They did not hear the last question.
Mr. President, I asked him about Chad Basin Authority, particularly the Chad ponds. We had about 3 big ones that are really serving irrigation and farming in Chad Republic. What are you going to do to restore the 2 Nigerian ponds so that Nigeria will benefit and Agric will thrive in that region and we see agricultural development in Nigeria?
Well, the Civil Senator Falahonsi, you're asking him questions that you know about. You said that you know about 3 dams. Is it 3 ponds? He may not know about the 3 ponds unless he did research on the 3 ponds. And then he may not even know the ministry that is going to. It may not even be a ministry that is related to water or ponds. But if he's as knowledgeable as you are, I'm sure he will proceed an answer to that. But outside that, I would think that you can spare him if he doesn't know about the ponds. The Civil Senator, yes, I always like to, please, yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to congratulate you for your nomination and would want to ask, since you are an expert in water, we've had recurring problems of flood, particularly when Cameroon discharges its water. You are from Buruku, I am from Doma. So your people and my people suffer the same thing along the River Benue. If you are given the opportunity to head the Water Resources Ministry, what will you do to curb this problem? Because our people have died in millions, have lost properties in billions, and there is no end to it. So what will you do to make sure that this thing that Cameroon does every year or from time to time, that they inform us about, that our people still die of? What will you do to curb such problems? Thank you, Mr. President.
Distinguished Senator Onawu, I must say that I like your question because both of you are neighbors, and so you probably share the same natural water dam. So I'm happy to hear that question, and I'm sure he knows about it. So this is Senator Sani Musa. Before you say I have marginalized Northeast, North Central, ask your question. Senator Abu waits. Northeast will ask. So, but let North Central ask first.
Thank you, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues. My name is Mohammed Sani Musa, representing Niger East. What affects Benue also affects Niger. So, Mr. Nominee, congratulations. My two simple questions are that Nigeria, we have been facing the problem of flood everywhere, and every time we are just giving some short-term measures to take care of them. And we neglected water harvesting completely. If you go to countries like China, you will see a small stream that is flowing. They make it to walk. Instead of flowing to go down to join the bigger rivers to just washed away, they do certain things that will make the water to be recycled. In so doing, they even put small turbines, which helps in irrigation. So all year round, there's agriculture. As an expert in that field, if for any reason you are taken to that ministry or you are in the executive, in the cabinet, what kind of solution that you would prefer for Nigeria, looking at our kind of environmental settings, just with a follow-up to what Senator Onawo have said? If each community is having such problems, I think as an expert, we should be able to think deeply on how we can bring solution. The second question is, our schools today, if you look at the curriculum of our schools, we do not talk about anything water. Don't you think it's right for us to bring it back, and so that right from the foundation of our education, we'll be able to manage this? Because the multiplier effect of this is that at the end of the day, if we manage it very well, we will boost our agriculture, we will boost even the natural resources that we will have, like the horticulture. The horticulture, we'll be able to manage it because all year around Nigeria, we have inland waters. We'll be also able to utilize it for the transportation. So it will be good if we can hear something from an expert, and that will help this country. Thank you and best wishes.
Your mic. Senator Abu. Senator Abu.
Thank you, Mr. President, sitting at chair. My name is Senator Isiaku Abo. I represent the good people of Adamawa North. First of all, our nominee from Benue State. You see, some people don't understand certain things. Finishing primary school or entering primary school at the age of 3. Let me tell you a personal story. I sat for common entrance examination when I was in primary 3, and I won because I was exceptionally brilliant. I passed. It's all the same. Winning and passing are all the same. So the question of you entering primary school at the age of 3 did not arise. But where did you finish? And at what level did you start for your common entrance exam? You may be like me, exceptionally brilliant. So we have cleared that because you are on national television. I don't want people to go home thinking that your integrity is being called to question. You are a professor in this country and have done exceptionally well for the university to make you a professor. Now my question is this. Any country that continues to rely on rainfall, rainwater, to cultivate crops and to feed a booming population like Nigeria will have food crisis. When you talk of insecurity, the most dangerous insecurity is food insecurity. When there's no food, there will be insecurity. A hungry man is an angry man. If you look at Nigerians' land size, from number 1 to number 21 is all states in northern Nigeria. Apart from Oyo, in number 14, with 20,000 454 square kilometers land size, and Cross River at number 19 with about 20,000 square kilometers. They entail from number 1 to number 21, northern Nigeria. Now there is desert encroachment. Rain is no longer falling as it used to be because of human activities. How do you intend to create dams so that we will not continue to rely on rainwater and use the opportunity of this vast land size in the north to feed our booming population? Thank you so much.
Distinguished senators, you may agree with me that several questions, so many questions have been put forward to him. Please, can you allow him to answer some of these questions? He has been here for quite a long time. Summarize your answers.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, distinguished senators. Basically, the 4 questions raised are all hinged on one thing. The 3 questions brought before through irrigation. Now, in places, the third speaker was asking questions and giving answers at the same time. When we are talking about irrigation farming, we're talking about artificial supply of water to our crops. Now, with the construction of dams, building of boreholes, because there are some certain areas where dams cannot be constructed. In that case, we have what is called inland drilling. We call them inland drilling. They provide the waters for dry season. We're talking about dry season. Now, we are talking about flooding. Flooding now. Like, for example, River Benue. River Benue is heavily seated. And that is one of the reasons why we are having flooding in the country. So, if I am given a ministry, we will liaise with ministries of transportation, agriculture, and other ministries to see how we can cool the menace of flooding by way of either trying to see how we can dredge this river. By dredging this river, it will cool the menace of flooding, and as well provide the water for the irrigation. So that will solve the problem. Thank you.
The Senate President, I had a question for him now.
Next nominee, please. Next nominee.
The third nominee taking his exit was Professor Joseph himself, who has a career in the education sector, a civil engineer, who currently holds the position of the rector of a federal polytechnic in Benue State. He fielded several questions on water management, which the senators wanted him to talk about, considering the issue of climate change and flooding, which has been a challenge for Nigeria in the past couple of years. Now Senator Carey has been admitted into chamber. He's the acting national chairman of the APC. He was a senator in the 9th Senate. from Borno State.
Distinguished colleagues, we have before Kyari that are here before us. Is one of the nominees. You all know that he was our colleague in the House. He was our colleague in the 9th Senate, 8th and 9th Senate, sorry. And he is someone who is known as a senator of the highest pedigree and integrity. He is currently Deputy National Chairman of the APC, the acting chairman of the APC. And you know by tradition, anyone that has this kind of sound pedigree does not wait to be asked several questions before it's cleared by this August Senate. I will dare call on him if he has anything that he wants to tell us. He can tell us. And if he doesn't have anything, order, please. And if he doesn't have anything, he will take a bow and go. Distinguished nominee, our order, please. Order, please. Nominee, the acting chairman of the APC, the largest party in Africa. If you have anything that you want to tell us that we don't know, you are free to do so. And if you don't, please, you can take a bow and go.
Senator Abubakar Kyari asked to take a bow and go, and this is in line with the tradition of the National Assembly. A former or serving member or senator of the Federal Republic, after being nominated, will not go through the grill of questioning, but will be allowed to take a bow and go. He's the 4th person listed as a ministerial nominee sent by President Bola Tinubu for screening and confirmation. And the screening is progressing gradually.